What is up, everybody? Guru here on this beautiful March day. The sun's setting on me. I just filmed 2 other videos, but I wanted to do just a clothing video of what I'll be wearing on the PCT and the pieces of clothing that I'm going to have in my pack. Just as an aside to all of the stuff, I'm just going to do just clothes and show you that really quickly, hopefully before the sun sets on me. So I'm going to start you guys out with what is in, it's going to spend most of the time in my pack, hopefully. Down jacket. It's the Ghost Whisper, Mountain Hardware's Ghost Whisper down jacket. It weighs 8 ounces, great lightweight jacket. I used it for a lot of the AT. Hopefully it will keep me warm enough on the PCT. What I don't have shown in this setup is the poncho tarp, which is just going to be rain gear, but that's going to go along with my umbrella and all that, so it doesn't get added with clothing. So I have my camp socks, and camp socks are also socks if you need dry socks, so I'll have those. Those are nice and warm, along with sock liners, which I will wear with those if I need to. And if I really need dry socks, I'll have sock liners, and then camp socks are also hiking socks if they need to be. And then I have long johns, which I hopefully won't have to wear that often. My legs usually stay warm. When I ran track and cross country back in college, we would run in short shorts in freezing weather all the time, so I'm not too worried about the long johns, but I'm not carrying a sleeping bag liner with me, so those are going to be just in case. And then we have my shoes, which are the Ultra Temps. I don't think I even put those in my gear video, so you'll have that as a bonus just for watching this one. Along with my Temps, I have my old, back from the college days, really quite expensive insoles, which these are pretty much molded to my feet at this point. I love them to death. Not cheap, but I bought them at a time when what was on my feet was of utmost importance when I was back in my running days, and they are great for hiking in. I used them in some of my wildlife biology jobs. I didn't use them on the AT, but I was just going through stuff and I found them, and I was very excited that I did, and now they are going to come with me on the PCT. And then we will move on to what I am currently wearing, which is what I'll be wearing most of the PCT. It's this merino shirt. It is a long sleeve 150 merino, and it'll cover up my hands in the desert, and if I need the extra warmth. Any sun exposure is bad for me because I am a ginger and we don't like sun. So as long as I keep most of my body covered, I'm going to be happy. The umbrella will cover my face and a lot of my shoulders, and then long sleeve merino, it keeps the sweat down, it keeps water, when it's wet, it keeps you nice and warm still, and then when you it dries off relatively quickly, not as quickly as synthetics, but it still dries quite quickly, especially when it's on you, and then it smells great most of the time. When synthetic on me doesn't even last half a day and I smell like rotten garbage, but in merino, 3 days later it still doesn't smell half as bad. So don't get me wrong, we all smell bad when we're on trail, but merino helps deal with that. So, and then these are my pants that I'll be taking, the Arc'teryx Stradiums, probably one of my favorite pieces of clothing. It has a zipper that goes all the way up the side, and I've opened it up how I'll be hiking with it in the desert. I needed long pants again because sun exposure. So it has a panel that goes all the way up. It opens all the way up there, and then it has its own little shorts piece and nice pockets that when you zip them all the way up, they close up, so you can actually have zippered pockets if you need them. And then you can take the bottom there and take it all the way up. I like to just tuck it in the waistline, and then you have shorts. So it was a really nice aside to having to take cutoff shorts, which cutoff shorts are clanky and not fun to have to take off and zip and whatever. It just takes so much time getting them off and on. I'm not a big fan. I know a ton of people that aren't big fans. They go with shorts or they go with long pants and no in between, just because it's so annoying to have to take on and off the short pants combos. So this was my way of getting around that. They weren't cheap, but Arc'teryx makes great gear even if it's super expensive, and I love them. And then last, I won't be taking the sandals with me probably, but the socks are what I'll be wearing on the trail most of the time. And the Inchinchi Newells help. They're great hiking socks just because they keep down blisters. I didn't have a single blister on the AT. I wasn't wearing Inchinchis, the toe socks. I was wearing socks with sock liners, which I learned from my running career. Great to have, just because when you're wearing sock liners and socks, it creates the friction is between the socks and not between your foot and the sock and the shoe. So having the sock liner will save you from blisters pretty much ubiquitously. I don't know that many people that have gotten blisters while wearing sock liners. So that's a great thing, a piece of information to have if you didn't already know. Sock liners will keep you blisterless, as will toe socks. Not saying that it's a one-all cure-all method. People still do get blisters, but it makes it a whole lot harder to do so. That's about it for my gear or clothing review. Not even review, what I'm wearing on the PCT. So hopefully everybody is doing well back home, and I hope you guys follow along with me on the PCT. Be sure to like and subscribe. That helps me out a ton. Hope everybody is doing well back home, and I will see you guys in the Virgin Islands. All right, bye guys.